Guess who's back? Back again. The Noxy's back. You, Anto. Such a disrespect. Anto came and did the show 2 weeks ago. Said I got fired.
Yeah.
I'm back. They offered me more money because Anto was terrible.
Oh, wow.
I'm kidding. And then you people are teasing me about not being here again.
Hey, listen. It's one thing not being here for one episode. It's the other when you're not here for two.
Yeah, but like we don't have the same 24 hours. I need to, at times when I need to breathe, I go out of the country, out of the continent. To be in other places. Welcome to the Mabila Football Show. My name is Noxy, your host. And as always, I'm handing Edra.
My name is Tatenda, and coming up on the show, we are going to be talking to the team manager, Sukuzonke himself, Peter Lofi, is going to be here, and around the league with Rukudzo as usual.
And then we have Aboubakar coming through.
Excited about
that.
So excited.
Well, I'm excited on behalf of Tatenda. Because that's Tatenda's favorite player.
That's my guy.
Tatenda likes this guy.
That's my guy, man.
So, I'm going to give him more time to talk.
As you should. Okay.
Are you already seeing that?
The excitement is getting...
You're a little unhinged. Well, it's going to be a fantastic show. Let's go. It's that time where we talk to very important people, and today we are joined in the studio by a name we're all struggling to pronounce. What do you call him?
Aboubakar.
Abubakar. How do we pronounce your name?
Aboubakar.
So Aboubakar, pronunciation
Aboubakar.
So where did Abubakar come from?
But there's an R at the end. I guess maybe that's why the car. Abubakar, welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
Let's take you back to the beginning. We want to know your journey, how this whole thing started. Do you remember how old you were?
I need to sidebar.
Yeah.
I need to tell you that you're Tatenda's favorite player.
Yes.
He's trying to get himself, he's keeping himself together. He's really trying to keep himself together. Not that I don't like you, I'm sorry, but you get what I mean.
I'm doing go terms of that. Right, let's go back to the beginning when you started playing football. Do you remember how old you were and where you were?
I started playing was in primary in Makunda Primary School in Fagose. It was grade 4, and I started playing as a goalkeeper.
Yeah. With this height.
Yeah, I started playing as a goalkeeper.
Disrespectful much, Tatenda?
No. Like you.
Anyway, goalkeeper.
Yeah. So from primary, I was playing as a goalkeeper, and then there was a selection in Iglen Fagose district, whereby they would select good players from Budiri or from Iglen, from Fagose, and join them, and then would play a tournament at Chechu. So from then, I played as a goalkeeper. I started as a goalkeeper at that tournament in Chechu, and then Aces, Aces used to guard them, yeah. They spotted me as a goalkeeper. So I played the first game as a goalkeeper, and then the second game I played as a striker.
Wait, how are we just moving from post to post?
Yeah,
You've been moving around.
Exactly. And then I think I scored three goals that game. That's when Aces selected me. And then from there, I went to train with Aces, and I was playing as a
forward.
Yeah.
Wow. Do you see why he's the GOAT? Do you understand? How do you start as a keeper? You score 3 in a tournament. The next thing you're playing as an infield player, and then your development. Was there someone that you looked up to the most? Both. Let's just start local. Was there a player locally that you're like, timing guy, DIP some more league, and you looked up to that person, and then internationally as well?
Yeah, local. When I was a goalkeeper, I used to look up to Tapuwa Kapini.
Of course.
That was it, Tapuwa Kapini.
Wow.
Yeah. And then international was Messi.
Of course.
Yeah, was Messi all the time. So
still Messi?
Yeah, still.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, Tapuwa Kapini and Messi. That was it.
See, he recognizes goats. He knows his goats. That's why he's the
Hey,
goat.
do you need a fan to be fanning you as
Hey,
the
hey
show
man,
goes?
I'm just living my best life here. Please allow me.
Okay, so here we are. Okay, we are in Scotland. How's your journey been?
No, it's been good. It's been good since I arrived here. Yeah, it's been good. They treated me well, so I feel welcomed. So it's been okay.
Who are you close with in the dressing room? Then first of all, tikamfonera izvo anogona tikati Abubakar ari kupi ari kuziva
Anotiudza.
I'll be managing Panashim Timanyoka.
very true. And who are they the ones you sit with the most in the bus and the dressing room and all of that? Ko chakuchichi because indakambobvunza chakuchichi akati well he said kuti anowanza ngana billiard but akati Abubakar.
Yeah, I believe yeah, just good training because I'm no respect madharangu, so just good training is high in them they say and then that's it. But one those now the most is Albert and Panash Timanyoka.
Ndikwana kukwana kamuswati ndikaramba ndiri consistent.
I feel like you're doing a lot today. But it's okay. Today, this is your part. Go on.
Okay,
I'm just here watching you.
All right, now Abubakar, now that we are here, what's the vision of your career? What are there certain things that you want to achieve with your career with Scotland? Where do you want to take your career?
Yeah, I think with Scotland is I want to win the league with Scotland, and even just win the league here in Zimbabwe was this my I think second year or first year playing here in Zimbabwe. Because I just came back from Spain. I didn't play PSA until I joined Moyes.
Right.
So yeah, obviously I would like to win the league with Scotland, and then when it comes to CAF, I want to take this team at least where they'll be recognized in Africa. So,
Of course, because CAF is it's a big competition, and you're going to be participating, representing not only Scotland but the country as well. Like, do you feel like you're prepared for this competition personally, on a personal level?
Yeah, I feel like I'm prepared.
What's been your biggest challenge in your career?
I think when I was in Spain, when I arrived there, when I didn't know how to speak Spanish.
Can you speak Spanish now?
Yeah, a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, just
Okay,
a little bit.
yeah, cool.
Yeah, so I think that was the most challenge I faced in my career.
But how did you overcome that? Like, especially the language barrier, and it's a new country, new environment, new culture.
And you have to communicate
exactly.
when you play.
So how were you doing it?
I mean, I ended up going to school.
For Spanish?
Yeah, for Spanish.
Of course.
Yeah, and some of the things I used to learn them when I hear my teammates speaking and the coaches, so I used to pick one or two things.
Are you still in touch with some of the guys you played with in Spain?
Yeah. Oh, Chaunza.
What's your pre-game routine like? What do you listen to? What do you do the morning of the game?
Firstly, I wake up and I pray, take my shower, and eat breakfast. And when we're going to game, we just start singing. That's it.
I mean,
So you don't listen to any music?
Exactly. I was about to say, from airport.
And tell music.
So to that.
And tell music.
This has to be studied. What's your favorite meal?
Sadza and beef.
I feel it's Oche
I
Sadza.
feel it's.
Man, nigga.
You know, she's saying that because she makes the best high feelings. I'm just saying.
I
So
do
maybe
make
one of
good
these
high feelings.
games before you get in the bus or whatever.
Ah, so it's okay, no
But
problem.
I don't take it when I'm going to game.
It's any
It's
other
too
day.
heavy.
Yeah. It's too heavy. So I don't eat sadza kandachino game.
It's just a breakfast and then you go.
Breakfast and then lunch and that's it.
Abubakar, it's been absolutely amazing. But before we let you go, there's a guy we call Rukudzo. He's one of the most technically gifted up there people that we have on the show, and we also want to give him the
There's
opportunity.
3 of us, so that's a little offensive.
Well, I mean, you're here too.
Instead of 4 actually
And
with
we
Peter.
want you to we want to have a conversation with me, you, and him. Is that okay?
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, cool.
I've been kicked off the show. I will catch you on the other end of...
Whatever it is
Whatever's
that's about to
happening.
happen.
I knew this was going to happen.
Hey, you know,
Hey, Shoko, gonna cut me off the show. Boy, woman's place is in the kitchen.
Cool. Welcome back to the show. We're still hanging out with Scotland's finest, one of the best midfielders in the league, if you ask me, Mr. Aboubakar, and joining us as Rukudzo. Like I said, let's grill the Mandem a little bit.
Absolutely. Actually, I want to get to his time in Spain.
Yeah.
First of all, before we get to Spain, from Aces Youth Academy, what was the process like for you to then get to Spain? Because usually we hear like acknowledgement, so now I come up billiard, they go to South Africa. How did you go to Spain? What was that process like?
So Aces made a deal with a team in Spain, and they had an agreement of 5 years whereby they would take 3 players from Zimbabwe from Aces to that academy. So that's how we get to go to Spain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Spain, as we know now, it's a powerhouse in world football. We usually know it in terms of possession football, and you as a central midfielder, of course, possession is king. Before we get to what the lessons you learned in terms of your time in Spain, you said you were a striker for a bit when you were at Aces Youth Academy. How did you then go back into midfield there? What was the thinking? Was that a coach's decision, or you maybe felt your strengths were more in the middle of the park?
Yeah, it was coach's decision. So we had a coach that came from Bayern Munich. Yeah, and then he came to Aces for a period of time. So he's the one who told them that with my height I can't play as a striker. So he's the one who put me as a midfielder. So from then, that's when I started playing as a midfielder.
Tell me about that transition, because you're a forward, you're hungry for goals. Now you're being put in the midfield. You need to have an eye for the second ball, the next ball who you're passing to. What was that transition like for you?
I mean, for me, it was not even difficult, because I think me personally, I'm a player who can adjust to different positions. So, because even at Aces, I played as a centre back
As well.
You see, so it was easy for me to adapt.
This man was a goalkeeper, a striker, a centre back. Now it's a central mid.
That's actually the secret when it comes to these youth academies. They actually be trying to see exactly
your
which
strengths.
position
Exactly.
you end up being as a professional.
Right.
So was Oshika Spain? As I said, Spain now possession is king. They love the ball there. You're a midfielder. What was the biggest lesson technically as a footballer that you learned in your years in Spain? You were there for what, almost 6 years?
Yeah, almost
6-7 years.
Yeah.
So what's the biggest lesson there you learned in terms of the football culture and how it made you into the professional you are today?
I mean, as a midfielder, the way you position yourself when you are playing a game, and even the way you command some of your midfielders and how they should press or how they should keep the ball. So for me, I learned that as a midfielder, you need to make the team play and need to win the second balls when it comes to pressing. So for me, that's what I learned when I was in Spain.
Because the standards of professionalism now, what is expected of you? I know you don't maybe be playing for La Liga or anything like that, but still you have a certain standard that is expected as a footballer in Spain. What was that like, the football culture there in terms of my standards as a professional?
No, I think they were quite okay, because they first it doesn't start on the field. It starts on how you take care of your body. You know, what you eat, when you go into the game, or what you eat when you are done training. So I mean, it's a lot of things that comes in when it comes to professional football there in Spain.
And looking at your career, the trajectory that your career has taken, and I like that the fact that you asked about Spain, and during the time that you were playing in Spain, do you remember some of the midfielders that were, of course, Barcelona, Real Madrid, but then are there other players that you looked at and you're like, okay, fine, their technical abilities is the one that I also want to put into my own and create something?
No, I just looked up to Sergio Busquets.
Of course.
Yeah, Sergio Busquets is the one I used to follow the most. I used to watch his videos a lot, and I used to try to adapt to do what he does. So, yeah.
There's really something about Sergio. It's not the most. I think he's
athletic. He's not the most athletic, but
yes,
his mind.
But his mind. He plays the game with his mind. Do you think that is what you wanted to imitate as well and bring to your own game?
Yeah, exactly.
But you also have a lot of strength to go along with what's going on in your head there. Okay, so you come back now to Zimbabwe and you started at Moors. The culture change of maybe in terms of professional football in Zimbabwe, you hadn't done that before you left for Spain. what was that like in terms of the differences that you noticed between Spain and Zimbabwe in professional football?
I would say maybe the tacticals we use here in Zimbabwe, and of course when it comes to the fields and the equipments that we have, is different. You know, here maybe a team, and then there's some of the things that a player needs to use to improve, but apana. So I think that's the difference only. From Zimbabwe to Spain.
So it's mostly facilities and infrastructure and finances as well. Yeah. But then you had to adjust because Uruguay to Spain, where the youth academy probably has more than some of the first teams that are here in terms of support financially, in terms of facilities. That adjustment, I guess that's what you were trying to ask as well. Did that affect your game?
No, it didn't. Because remember, before I left for Spain, I used to play in Zimbabwe. This is. So I knew what was coming to the conditions, so I knew everything, so I was prepared, so it didn't affect my game.
Okay, then just maybe to round it up, you're now at Scotland, of course, you're with the champions, they have so many ambitions, and a lot of it is leaning on that midfield, which you're anchoring. Maybe without giving away too many of the tactics, what is Nome Mapeza expecting of you in the central midfield? Because you're a mainstay there, he's leaning on you, you're a very important player, one of the first names on the team sheet. What does he ask of you in terms of your job at Scotland?
Firstly is when you're building up the play, I should be the one, you know, to make the team play when you have the ball, to keep possession, and when it comes to pressing, and when it comes to my position when we don't have the ball. So I think that's the most things that he tries to teach me.
Yeah, because I can only understand the pressure. You're the first person to receive the ball from the central defender. You're the first person to look for the next pass.
And you have to turn.
And you have to, on the half turn. It must be a lot of pressure, but you do it so calmly. I guess maybe it's because of the way you trained at Aces in Spain and in Scotland. But before you go, what's the main thing that you're looking forward to besides the championship? Of course, the CAF and everything else. Your first season with Scotland. Are there any personal goals that you're willing to share with us?
Yeah, I think firstly is to play for the national team.
Yeah,
exactly. And if God allows me, then to go back to Europe.
Yeah.
I think those are very, very attainable goals for the level of talent here.
100%, man. And we wish you the best, Aboubakar, and all the best. The next game is against it's a win, FC Platinum, and I'm sure you boys are preparing for that one as well.
Yeah.
That's Aboubakar, and we hope that the boys watch what he's saying. Why he's here as well is to, of course, and then encourage the team as we proceed with the show. Hopefully all these personal goals that you want to achieve get to actually happen. So yes, as we proceed with the show, please don't forget to like, comment, and share the video. We want everybody to know about it. So coming up is Match Zone with the team manager, Peter Ndlovu.
Before the day, there is hush. Our nation holding its breath. Then, a spark. The first beat of our nation's heart. It's the energy that moves us. The power to connect, to grow, to build, and to dream. We are the pulse in the veins of Zimbabwe. The energy that takes you further. It's a brand's petroleum, the brand that keeps you moving.
As we continue with the show, it's time for Match Zone. We are joined in the studio with a regular, I'm happy that he's been consistent, former Warriors captain, Peter Sukuzonke. Buddy, you ain't laughing. He's been consistent though.
Listen,
Peter, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Not consistent in the form of the results, to be fair.
No, well, I mean, speaking about that.
How are you feeling about the last game?
Yeah, as the team manager.
Now, I was sitting here a few weeks ago. I said I'm always wanting to be number one. So a defeat for me is further from that talk. However, as disappointed as we are as the team, the players, you could see today training that everyone is disappointed and they want to come back straight up. So what counts is how you come back from an event like that, how you bounce back. So yeah, I think because also the coach gave them confidence, he didn't speak about the tactics, how we lost. He just said, okay guys, this is the time to gather each other and show brotherhood. So hopefully that will prevail, that will show in the next game.
I think there's been a bit of talk on, obviously we can't really get into that much of it. Strategy. Are we changing? Because a lot of things happened this week. We're not going to point fingers. Are we changing how we are setting how we are setting up the games as we move forward?
No, not really. I think when you the coach is the person to answer all those, in terms of the technical side of that. But look, you cannot change over one game because you've lost. I think we must maintain our shape, maintain our play. It will come eventually. It's not that it's not coming, it's coming out. However, just to put the ball in the net has been a struggle. But look, the good thing is we get there to miss them. So hopefully when they start coming in.
Yeah.
Are we changing or we are maintaining?
We are gonna go with what's possible good. I know the coach will go with what's possible best for us to win a match. So he's devising that, and obviously he's training the boys that.
Oh, absolutely. And now let's talk about the next game that we're getting into. We are traveling away, FC Platinum. Like, what is the main thing that we need to obviously look forward to when we get into this game, especially coming from a defeat? It's away. It's not an easy game.
It's never an easy one. We probably play better when we away.
Yeah.
So we just need to help each other. The players must help themselves on the field, and we're gonna go all the way. I mean, if you've lost a game like this and then you come up and you all over the show, they'll probably give you another hiding. But I'm sure we'll have a good strategy. Like she said before, the strategy is to just get amongst them and win your jewels. That's all it is on the football field. Win your jewels, and then you can start from there. So hopefully the boys, as we speak like this, they are also watching, and they are saying to themselves, this one should not pass.
Absolutely. My final question is: does the team literally sit down and look at the previous games and like the videos and all of that?
Yes, we do that. It is a player's responsibility, is also coach's responsibility to make sure that we do what we call preview reviews and all that stuff. So you must watch yourself, and the best part of improving is to make sure that you identify yourself, you watch your own game and say, this is where I went wrong, this is where I went right. So together with that information that we share as a team, as players, that will improve on the next game, to see which I did not support you here, I should have been here. So those small things counts too much.
I was actually going to ask that. Do the players have those conversations with each other? It's one thing for you as the team manager to actually watch a game and talk to a player, but do those moments ever happen with players to say, Tatenda, I dropped the ball on you there?
Yeah, it is like that. You can see sometimes when, for instance, last week I saw Peter talking to his fellow centre half, to say, okay, I was a bit quick there. You could hear him saying, no, sorry, I was a bit quick there. So that's how you rectify those situations. But when you go on visuals and show them that, they exactly know where to stand next time. Obviously, football is rolling and all that stuff, but it's how you support each other on the field.
Peter, thank you for your time. We wish the boys, a better game in the next game that we're playing away. We hope that we come back with the result.
Yeah, they're hungry. That's all I can say. Hopefully, but look, one thing that I must say, I must thank our fans. They are our pillar. Even if we are down, they never said anything. So that gives us a better feeling to say, okay, we owe them something. So that will count on to the next game. So I thank you guys for supporting the boys. Well, we lost one game, but we're gonna come back. I promise.
Well, that was Match Zone with Peter Hill. Interesting conversation with Abubakar, but now we are going around the league. Rukuzo, what's popping?
Nothing at all, Noxy. How are you doing?
You know, it's the
Where
same
have you
response
been?
every time. Rukuzo, every time we ask you, Rukuzo, what's up, what's popping?
Do you want-
Nothing at all.
Let
Nothing
me tell,
at all.
No, let me
Nothing's
tell you, realistically, as people, that's exactly what we're expecting. Imagine if he started telling us his problems now.
No, it's
So
not like
what's
it's
going on in Rukuzo? So Rukuzo
What
had
had
to
happened
rant.
was
I got dumped
I
last
got
week.
jumped last week. Now we don't know
Like,
how to get
honestly.
into around the league if
Okay.
he's telling us his problems.
valid. Right, Rukuzo, welcome to the show, man. Let's go around the league.
Crazy weekend, guys.
Very,
Yeah.
very big
Madness.
weekend in terms of upsets.
My
Eh?
gosh.
Some
Listen,
unexpected wins.
I know.
I'm feeling some type of way.
No, of course we have to.
I wasn't seeing the Simba Bora. My confidence was not allowing for that.
all right.
No
let's
one
start
was. Actually, Simba Bora were coming into this game now having scored 5 goals in their previous 2 games,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
they started very slowly. So now it was a big test for them in terms of whether this was an actual resurgence, and it's true. I think at this point we can say Mandla Mpofu now has a formula that is working for him. They were very good against Scotland in the second half. In the first half, Scotland should have put the game
Could
away.
have buried that game.
So we shouldn't
I
have
think at halftime it
changed
should have
things
been
around.
2 or 3-0, and I think they would have been cruising. Then there were
Yeah.
a few chances that Scotland missed in that first half, which would have made things much easier for them in the second half. I just once again that issue in terms of the finishing, it's not as
Yeah,
tight
clinical,
as it should
yeah.
be. It should
It
be
should
as
have been,
clinical
yeah.
as you expect from the type of players they have. That is Scotland. So they left some points on the board. This Simba Bora were excellent though in the second half, particularly their right wing back Nomu Tabora. He was the one who set up both goals there. I think that's something that maybe Nomi Mapez and his staff have to work on. The
100%.
left hand side of defense was a bit too porous, and that's what then got Simba Bora those 3 points. So that's an unexpected win there for Simba Bora. Scotland's first
I'm
defeat of the
heartbroken.
season.
Yes.
Yeah.
Look, it's only 10 games have been played, still 24 to go. It's not a train smash. You can recover from this. We saw Scotland do a similar thing last season to win the title anyway. It was a slow start. They ended up winning it. But
Allow us to feel some type of way. Rukuzo. It's
I mean-
fine. allow us.
when you have
Allow
high
us.
standards, it's fine.
Yeah,
When you
Yeah.
have high
expectations
standards
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of dropping points, Caps United as well. You know, after that big win away at.
Not that I'm celebrating, but
I guess it wasn't the worst thing to happen.
yeah.
Maybe it was the pressure that club president, the Honorable Sakupanya, put on them
team
last
last
week at the
week,
show.
yeah.
Maybe they're starting to feel their pressure
I
now.
think so too.
Because like Fulao Chiefs, I think most people expected them to be mid-table, maybe fighting relegation. So when they were coming to Harare, to Rufaro Stadium to play the league leaders, no one gave them a chance. But they absolutely stunned the apple cart there. Look, it's a situation of Caps United. Maybe it's now
Fatigue, maybe?
I don't know if it's fatigue, but just the performances have not been good for the last few weeks, other
Yeah.
than the one against Highlanders, which
Yeah.
was it pretty much in the first half mostly. But for the most part, the last few weeks, they've been struggling a little bit in terms of their attacking play. In midfield as well, this game, Richard Achiro, their captain as well, wasn't playing. Not too sure exactly why he was on the bench, but it looked like that midfield battle was what they lost as well. They were lacking in terms of creativity going
the
forward.
final third, yeah.
They did not look really dangerous pretty much for the most of the game, and then allow your Chiefs managed to force a penalty which they put away. So that's now another issue that takes Richard Aguirre has to deal with now in terms of getting his midfield balance right again, and the
Not
defense is still
complaining.
good.
I need them to not get it right.
No, you know what?
As you were.
It'll be so interesting because the next game is also a big game.
It is.
Yeah, we'll
against
be talking
Dynamos.
about that.
Yeah.
Definitely. Both teams actually going into this game having
After
lost.
defeat.
Yeah.
And Dynamos in particular looked bad against Chicken Inn. In the first half, they were dominated. They were overrun in midfield. It was chance after chance for Chicken Inn. Yes, they had managed to equalize and get themselves back in the game, but almost immediately conceded another one in the first half. So for Genesis Mangombe, that's the coach of Dynamos. The magic has started to wane a little bit because in the early part of the season he was changing games off the bench in the second half. That's not working anymore. The penalties they were getting as well, some of the decisions they were getting have started to go away as
very
well.
dodgy decisions if you ask me. Yeah, like I'm sorry to say this, but there were some shaky decisions, but then they were going their way.
They were going their way,
Their way,
but
yeah.
no longer anymore. So now they're not leaning on that as well. They're struggling. Dynamos have not won in the last 4 games, and they now have followed up with this last defeat. So going into Harare derby against the league leaders in such poor form, it's not looking good right now for Genesis Mangombe.
It won't. It's looking like it's going to be I think a tricky fixture, especially both teams coming
For
out
both
of
teams, it's
defeat as well.
Yeah,
and they need to bounce back.
You need to bounce back immediately. You don't want it to become a pattern, especially considering where both teams were last season, where it was draw loss. You don't want to go on a run, which might then end up seeing you slip down the table. So it's a big game this weekend. It's a must not lose. I won't say it's a must win, but it's a must not lose for both teams.
All right, let's round up around the league with that massive win, the Hard Rock win, scoring 6, which we haven't seen in this league in a very long time. Not in my lifetime, to be honest. There've
been a few 6-goal performances in the last few seasons, but this is the first one of the season. This is the biggest win, of course, of the season.
Yeah.
And Hard Rock, again, just showing everyone that they're very serious about trying to follow in Scotland's footsteps and winning a league title in their first season, the top flight. They're very good at Chawanda Stadium. That's become a fortress now.
Yeah.
And as what we're talking about in terms of Dynamo's changing the game off the bench, we have Tinashe Mashaireni. He was a substitute for Hard Rock. He came and scored twice in 3 minutes. Things like that.
That's
so
crazy.
They have some serious firepower on the bench as well as starters. Junior Makunike, he scored a brace as well. That was his first start for Hard Rock, and he scored a brace. So Kelvin Kaindu has some serious magic in terms of the squad that he has. And yeah, they're making serious noise. Now just a point behind Caps United in the title race. They're not going anywhere. It does not look like it's a flash in the pan. So Scotland, they set the bar high last season in terms of newly promoted sides.
Yeah.
And Hard Rock are following in that
Because it's possible.
It is possible.
It's possible. Not see that's around the league. And as we are feeling some type of way with that defeat.
Yeah, no, we're still feeling with it.
Yeah.
Defeat is hurtful.
Always.
Mishap.
That's around the league with Rukunzo. We continue with our show just after this.
Well, it's that time where we take a look at our social media, see what everybody's been saying. And there's a post that I just came across. This is Mets Bambi, I think.
Okay, is it on Twitter, Facebook?
On X.
Okay, X.
Yes.
It's called X, right?
Imagine.
Oh,
Tackles were flying high and thick in yesterday's close before tie between, I don't know why they say tie, maybe it wasn't before, Simba Bora and Scotland FC. Should our league introduce retrospective punishments to term the tide of some of these reckless challenges?
Yeah, and there's a video
Yes.
post EOO. And to be very honest, those are those kind of tackles. They are not what do you mean?
So there's a couple of comments under. Someone says 3 of those tackles by Purple are straight red cards. Retrospective punishment sounds fair, but only works if applied consistently across all matches. Otherwise, it's we risk having the favoring teams in televised games going through.
I was about to say that
Yeah.
the downside of it is we don't have all the games being televised. So
Yes.
it's very difficult to then say the game against Agama and Chichi there was this flying. Is there evidence? Is there a video?
This message is the one that stood out to me.
Hansi
This
G.
comment. Hansi, I've observed that most teams, when playing against Scotland, Varukurova Maputsu.
What a wow. Is that true though? Do you think is true?
I don't know. Where's Rukuzo? Rukuzo could tell us.
Rukuzo could tell us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If that's the case, then no.
Yeah.
No.
So I'm at the Kasolaga Premier Soccer League Facebook page, and then they posted the current standings after 10 games. And there's one particular post that is, Inzwa. Dynamos and Caps United soon will be fighting relegation. Those teams are not stable at all. Only lucky wins. Hard Rock, Boso, Scotland, and Gezi have so much potential soon to be contesting.
Boso was put in there.
Yeah, Boso was put in there. One of these to win the league. So based on Isaac Masinga, he's saying the league is going to Kwekwe, Hard Rock, Boso, in Bulawayo, Scotland, here, or Ngezi. Agama, Manika, Diamond, and Hunters to be relocated. I had to save this post, na Isaac.
Isaac will catch you at the end of the league.
Yeah, at the end of what?
Because I don't know how Boso got in there, but we'll catch you there.
I mean, it's an opinion, is it not?
It is.
It is an opinion.
It's a little stretch.
It's a little.
Yeah. It is. Well, we've come to the end of the show. Make sure you do like, follow, subscribe on our YouTube.
On our YouTube, every social media platform, we are there. We are there on Instagram as well as Facebook. So please be on the lookout of our episode every single Thursday. Yeah.
Tina, we're out. We'll catch you next week.
Same time, same
I
place.
will be there.
I hope. You know what?
I promise.
Yeah, okay, fine.
I will be there.